showing that commitment to the ground game, the type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
He just throws this one away.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Fits it through the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation could create the big play down the field.
Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, hard to come by in this league. You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And there won't be a return on this one. It's out of bounds, and the mark looks to be at about the 16-yard line. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Wiley hauls it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
On 1st down, they'll run. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Pressure coming from Mahomes. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. You get a pick-6. You get a pick-6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick-6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos grow their lead to 8. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Mahomes trying to get after the pick. Finds the in route complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Back to the well again. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he works his way for a gain of 4. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second and 6 coming up here. Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. And the Broncos bringing out some extra DBs on this 3rd down. They're in the dime. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. Looking to throw. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Denver ready for another offensive possession. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. Now a give right side to Herbert. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He sends this one to the end zone. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos lead by 14. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos lead by 15 now. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd and 3 now. From the 48. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. So we're through 3 here. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down throw, Mahomes. Has a man, it's Brown. And this one does not go far. Second down now, 7 to go. Again, Mahomes to throw. Completes this one to Rice. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
This one's caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Throwing again, Mahomes. Has it in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the air, Mahomes. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. This from 30 yards out. Up and good from Blankenship. And doing what they can against the lead as it's back down to 12.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with a penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still first down.
Now talk about a golden opportunity at an immediate first down following that encroachment flag. They'll run here following the penalty. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. New set of downs for him at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Nix. He's on the move. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. From the red zone now. Jones reels it in. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the Chiefs' 15-yard line.
Here's Nix. This throw is caught. Decent gain here, but short of the first. 3rd and just 2 to go. Shotgun snap to Nix. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
Well, those 3 points make a comeback that much more difficult now. 2 touchdowns got to be scored. And that 2-point conversion, that's a job really well done.
Return starts at the 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year is over. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. So it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground. Trying to find his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Mahomes. Oh no, they get him yet again. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
So here comes the Bronco offense. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Throwing on first down, Nix escapes the pocket. He can run it.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He's on the move, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
This is one of those situations where QB's strength and ability to run can be a great blessing, but can also be a curse. We've seen him use his feet before. This guy can escape, and that's a blessing. But it can be a curse because sometimes you think you can get out of everything, and this defense just proved he couldn't.
Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on 3rd down. Here's Nix to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. I think you can call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Starting at the 10. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Chiefs offense out to take over. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. They bring a tight end in motion right. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Complete out to the right side. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Motioning one of the tight ends. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Mahomes trying again here on 2nd and 10. Stays in the pocket. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down from the red zone. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely.
And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs get it back to within 2 possessions. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs make it an 11-point ball game.
Chiefs 23.
Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And this one's covered by the Broncos hands team. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Herbert. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still second down.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Running it after the penalty. And give him 6 on the run as that play takes us to the 2-minute warning. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Again, they'll run with Herbert. He gets the 1st and more to the 35. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
They'll try and punch it in. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. From the gun, here's Herbert. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Nick's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This will be around a 33-yarder for him. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that extends their lead to 14.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. 1st down throw, Mahomes. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
A 2nd down throw for Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. One of the tight ends motioning left. Again, Mahomes to throw. On target to Worthy. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Working inside the red zone. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Ball start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Back to the air, Mahomes. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. One final shot here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So it's a win for the Broncos. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish out the sweep of their division rivals. So for Brock Ewart, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.